The NBA's new TV deal. Picture Scrooge McDuck swimming in a money bin. The NBA renewed TV deals with ESPN and TNT worth a reported $2.6 billion, according to the New York Times. Kobe Bryant, though, sees a little hypocrisy in the deal, tweeting, "Players are encouraged per new CBA to take less to win or risk being called selfish and ungrateful, while NBA TV deal goes up by $1 billion. Hashtag biz." So Kobe calling out the biz. Let's put Kobe on the hook. Stephen A., what's your take on his tweet?
I completely agree with him. I don't fault the owners, nor do I fault the league office for doing the things that they've done, because they're in the business to make money, and they're going to do whatever it takes to make money. Mark Cuban is absolutely right when he highlights and illuminates the fact that owners are the ones taking risk. When a guy has a guaranteed contract and doesn't live up to expectations and performs, he still gets his money. The guys that are on the roster, they have guaranteed contracts. They still get their money. But it doesn't guarantee that the arena is going to be sold out. It doesn't guarantee that paraphernalia sales are going to be up. It doesn't guarantee that the monetary benefits that you once accrued are going to remain consistent. So because you're taking those risks, then you should be able to reap the rewards. Any business executive / business owner will tell you that those who take the risk are entitled to the rewards they reap, because the risk is also there to lose money, but the players don't engage in that kind of risk because their contracts are guaranteed. Having said that, I still believe that Kobe Bryant is 1,000% right because of the mechanisms exercised in order for the owners to get what they want. They don't just sit across the table and discuss business. They go about the business of winning in a court of public opinion by assisting in labeling players uneducated, uninformed, risk averse, etc. And as a result, it embeds in the minds of the growing paying public and the paying customer that these guys are unappreciative. And then when you take into account the players that we're talking about, when we all know that the NBA is approximately 74% black, the fact of the matter is you have a lot of people in America, including black folks, who believe that a lot of these guys should be lucky. They're lucky they're in the positions that they're in, and they should be grateful and they should be thankful, as opposed to treating them like the businessmen that they aspire to be. LeBron James, yes, you want to sit there and say LeBron James is lucky? I believe you're right, but that's because God blessed him with gifts he didn't bless everybody else with. So in LeBron James' mind, God is entitled to tell him that he's lucky, not another human being, because who are they? You didn't bless him with this talent. He's got God-given abilities that he's been able to monetize into hundreds of millions of dollars. That's something to applaud. That's not something to denigrate him for. Kobe Bryant, the same thing. Dwayne Wade, Carmelo Anthony, Derrick Rose, Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, the list goes on and on. All of them have been blessed with God-given ability that most of us don't have. And there's a platform for them to maximize this. So if they're sitting there and they're saying, these are the skills that I bring to the table, this is how you benefit from it monetarily, how come I can't get a healthy piece of this pie? Say yay or nay, but don't try to label them as selfish, because that contributes to them losing in a court of public opinion. It elevates the level of vitriol coming in their direction, and they grow to resent it, which is what you're hearing from Kobe Bryant.
I hear you if you're talking about the big picture. I think we both have always agreed all these players are underpaid. Kobe deserves more. LeBron deserves more. We can go on and on. They all deserve more money. But I have to talk about the small picture. And Kobe won't like it that I'm talking about it, but I have to bring it up. The small picture is a hypocritical picture for Kobe Bryant. And his tweet to me is a classic not seeing the forest for the trees tweet, because the forest tells me that Kobe did not take less money. He took $48.5 million for 2 years at a very advanced age, coming off injuries, 2 big injuries, Achilles and knee. And this year alone, he's going to make, what, plus 24 plus million.
23.5.
23.5. So next year he's going to make 25-ish.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's one or the other. It's either
Okay,
23.5 or 25.
It is. Okay, but still, that's maximum kind of money. Am I right?
Yes, it
about
is.
that? And the problem is that, help me out here, the NBA still has, whether Kobe likes it or not, a salary cap, correct?
Yes, sir.
And it's a softer cap, but it's limiting. And there is a point of no return on your cap. So I'm going to ask you a big question. What was very possibly the biggest reason the San Antonio Spurs won last year's NBA championship and should have won 2 years ago? The biggest reason to me is that Tim Duncan took so little money to play the last 2 years, he was paid like a substitute. And what did that allow? You saw a roster that you kept raving about, and you said, well, it's not about one player. It's about the bench coming in and just killing Miami. So San Antonio, as a team, won the NBA Finals against LeBron's team by a record finals margin because, according to you, depth, correct? Everybody. Patty's coming off the bench, draining threes right and left. And why did the Dallas Mavericks last year give the Spurs by far their best fight in the playoffs, which was in the first round, that went 7 games? Because Dirk Nowitzki, as great as he is, took a laughable amount of money to play his final couple of years in Dallas. And their position, once again, I think they're a dark horse contender in the West because the superstars took so little. Kobe could have done that also in L.A., but Kobe's a proud man. You always talk about it, and I do respect this. But Kobe Bryant is saying, I deserve, because I'm a gate attraction, I am box office, I deserve whatever it is, 24, 25 million the next couple of years, because I draw. I am Kobe Bean Bryant. I am the Black Mamba. I get that. But unfortunately for Kobe, you're saying they're not even going to make the playoffs.
I'm saying it's possible they can make the play. They ain't gonna win a championship.
Okay, but my point is, what if he had taken Duncan money or Dirk money? What if he had taken that? Because it's little money. It's laughable how little they're making.
Well, see, your points are valid, yet insufficient, all rolled up into one, Skip Bayless, because let's take that. Kobe Bryant, you're looking at it from a smaller perspective. You're not appreciating the fact that he has every right to look at it from a bigger perspective and the reasons why he has that right. Skip Bayless, the deal that they signed with ESPN, ABC/TNT
okay, but
is for, let me finish, is for in excess of $22 billion. Skip Bayless, they're making $930 million annually. That number is expected to balloon up to $2.66 billion annually. I am saying to you, you're Kobe Bryant. You know what you find offensive about that? It's not that the deal was made. It's that you knew it was coming down the pike while at the same time sitting across the negotiating table from us, claiming to be broke, losing money, and oh, by the way, not only did you make these dollars, you knew it was coming down the pike, but you also took an extra $900 million a year from us when you took basketball-related income and diminished the percentage from 57% to a 50-50 even split. Now, not to get a bit too specific here, all right, but let's be clear that our viewers understand where we're coming from. Basketball-related income is a category. It's not the whole pie. The whole pie, the owners have access to. Basketball-related income is what the players have access to. And that's even a 50-50 split.
You're still not addressing my point.
But I am addressing your point. I'm saying to you, Kobe, you're saying, Kobe, look at the smaller issue, and it's a bit hypocritical. I'm saying to you, imagine, Skip, that you're looking at guys claiming to be broke, taking the percentage that you already had, diminishing that, and then while at the same time claiming to be broke, knowing what they got coming down the pike, but they're going to sit there and get on you because you trying to get your money. Kobe Bryant is 35 years, going to be 35 years old. Kobe Bryant has the rest of his life to look forward to. And you're telling him that he's supposed to sit there and take less while y'all take more? That's remember, business.
The taking more is coming in the future, right? Does it mean this year's cap is going to balloon with that deal? No.
But wait a minute.
This year's cap is going to stay where it is.
But you're forgetting the $3 billion cable deal the Lakers signed with I think it was Time Warner. All I'm saying,
it doesn't change the cap, and it still boils down to this. Do you want to be paid what you're worth, Kobe Bryant, or do you want to win this year? Simple as that.
Skip.
Well, he wants to be paid what he's worth.
Skip. And this is where, when we say hypocritical, let's be careful. We work in this business. You know, we work for ESPN. We do First Take. We got a smile on our face when we tell the world we number one. Skip, we expect to be paid like we're number one. We ain't apologizing for that to nobody.
Yeah, we don't
ain't apologizing. We're going to show up to work. We're going to show up to work, but you expect to be paid for the success that you reap. Kobe Bryant delivered success for the Los Angeles Lakers that positioned them to get a $3 billion television deal. He don't deserve a piece? I'm sorry. He's right. LeBron is right. All of them are right when they sit there and they say, why are y'all always looking at us? And you want to throw cap rules in front of our face and all of this other stuff. There is something wrong when you sit up there and you constantly ask players to accept less while other people are getting more.
Okay, but I can't change the rules this year. The rules are the rules. Kobe can't change the rules.
All right, he can't change the rules. Well, all I'm saying to you, Skip, is let's be mindful and careful of words like selfish and hypocritical and stuff like that. Maybe, just maybe, it's somebody that's being a victim of the system that was provoked by the powers that be, because this is what they wanted. And Kobe
is Tim Duncan a victim of the system?
Yes. Yes.
He would laugh at you right now for saying that, because he would hold his ring up and it's yet another ring.
Well, I'm not going to get too personal, but you know, Tim's from the West Indies, St. Croix.
Yep.
You know, my parents are from the West Indies. My siblings are from the West Indies. My whole family, I mean, the Virgin Islands. It's where we're from. I'm the only one born and raised in New York City.
Okay.
What I'm trying to say to you is that some people lived a relatively simple life. They cool. It doesn't faze them. They ain't about Hollywood. They ain't about mansions. They ain't about a lot of different things. Do you see how simple and unassuming Tim Duncan is? Tim Duncan,
he does not care about any glitz or glamour.
But let's put it in perspective. Hold on, let's put it in perspective, y'all. Popovich a couple of years back has a back-to-back. And Tim Duncan and Manu Ginobili and Tony Parker were sent home. Anybody else, they hop on a team chartered jet or something like that. They're flying back.
Southwest.
These brothers were on Southwest Airlines, chilling inside the airport at Chili's in Orlando, Florida. Everybody, what's going on here? That's how it became Twitter. That's how Twitter blew up, because you're sitting there looking at them in the airport like, that can't be true. That can't be true. They got a game tonight in Miami. Is that them? That's how everybody found out. They were chilling in the airport at Chili's in Orlando.
Okay, so
I think it's Chili's. So what I'm saying to you is that everybody's got to be there.
I'll put you on the hot seat.
Everybody's got to be there.
If you were an NBA superstar, would you want a better chance at winning a ring, or would you want financial respect? You would just take whatever the money was.
That depends on how good my life is. If I'm LeBron and others, as livid as I might be, if I'm worth $500 million, sure, I make that sacrifice.
Yet LeBron has made it clear, I want the max.
But wait a minute. But what did he do? He signed a 2-year deal with an out after 1 year. So there's maneuverability to work around it, but he's about his money. But look what it takes for him to get his money. He's got to take the risk of a short-term deal. What if, God forbid, LeBron James went out and cracked his leg in half? What would it be then? So what I'm trying to say, he's got to take the risk. So the owners are saying, okay, well, you willing to put yourself at risk like we are? That's fine. All I'm trying to say is if you're Kobe Bryant and others and you're going for the money, you have earned the right to do that. The brothers got 5 rings. 5. Come on now.
So he doesn't want any more. That's what you
I'm saying there ain't nothing wrong getting his money.
This will go on for a while. All right, coming up are the